Hello everyone, this is Jeremy and you are watching RetroFat. Today we are watching Just the 10 of Us, 5th episode of Season 2, 9th episode overall, Coach's Court. This episode was directed by Howard Storm, written by Rich Reinhardt, and it originally aired November 25th, 1988. I'm a little sad today. This is our last new experience. This is the last episode I did before I got my nice, clean, non-syndicated copies. So I went through that, came around the bend. This is it. After this, we're done. I will have reacted to every single episode in its non-syndicated form. I'm very sad about that, but I am also very happy with the fact that so many people have found Just the 10 of Us. And I also want to say this. I am not done with Just the 10 of Us by any means whatsoever. I'm already planning the next step of this. I desperately hope I can do some more cast and crew reactions to this. I have some ideas. I haven't reached out yet, but I'm going to see if I can get some cast involved with some more reactions in the future. I want to be mindful of their time because they're not getting paid for the show anymore. And anything they do is just a labor of love for us fans. And I want to be respectful of that, but also I hope we can make that happen. In addition to that, I am planning to do some fan reactions where a few of us will get together on Zoom and just start reacting to some episodes the way I've been doing this largely solo. I will say this, I am a college professor. It is the start of a new semester, so I'm going to take a few weeks off. I'm not planning to disappear for a long time. I also want to kind of finalize and formalize my plans for how I'm going to do this. So I will say this, if you are interested in taking part in an episode, send me a message on Facebook, email me, contact me on the Just the 10 of Us Facebook page. Express your interest to me. Let me know. Some of you already have. And I'm aware of that. I've gotten them, and I plan for us to get together on Zoom to do this. But I am going to take a little bit of time off. I'm thinking I'll come back in October, and we'll get going then. So there may be other videos I do as well, like maybe some Nightmare on Elm Street references from Just the 10 of Us, or Coach Lubbock's greatest freakouts. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas, but nothing quite solidified yet. But do stick with us. This channel's not going anywhere. This is still a labor of love, and it's going to remain that way. But we only had 47 episodes, but I want to keep playing around with this. All right, but that's enough from me. Let's get to Coach's Court.
Hurry up, Elizabeth. These bags are getting heavy.
Honey, get the kids to help.
Yeah, right.
Yes?
Give your mom a hand at the car. Hey! Why should the breadwinner be let in with the bread? Oh. I don't suppose you could open the door.
I told you it's just the wind. Graham? Oh, Graham, you could have left the door open.
Elizabeth!
Graham? What are you doing down there? Oh, stop fooling around. Thank goodness you landed on the toilet tissue.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it has that extra ply.
I know what you all are thinking. I did not break that railing.
Oh, of course you didn't.
I didn't. That railing could hold a ton.
Honey, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you didn't hurt yourself.
You don't seem to understand, Elizabeth. Somebody rigged that railing. Somebody knew I was going to lean on it. Somebody's out to get me.
This railing was patched with goofy glue.
Ah.
And they claim that'll hold the weight of an elephant.
All right, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I want to know who, how, what, when, where, why, and how.
I don't know anything. You felt compelled to announce that, did you?
Well, one of you answer your father.
I don't know who fixed it, but I broke it.
You?
In a fit of passion.
What?
Enough said.
Marie, here's a free tip for you. Once you say a word like passion, you cannot remain silent.
We're waiting, Marie.
Well, there I was, minding my own business, when I saw JR about to beat up some poor kid.
Okay, you push me again, kid, and I'll slap you silly.
Chicken!
Don't call me that.
Glass jaw!
I'm warning you, kid.
Oh, yeah, and then Marie won't be here to hit
Oh, well, who said I liked her? That's a lie.
Hold it. Marie, you accidentally slugged a guy?
Yes.
JR, is this true? JR? JR!
Leave me alone!
The little dweebs in the closet.
JR, are you in there?
For the rest of my life.
I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball, take it minute by minute, I just might make the Hall of Fame. What can I say? I'm doing it the best I can. Leaning on nobody but me. Oh, seeing it from where I stand. Nothing comes easy. Oh, I'm always bringing home second places. At the end of every one of my daisies, a house with all of the bases that keeps me doing it the best I can. Yeah, I'm doing it the best I can. I'll keep on doing it the best I can.
Hear ye! The Lubbock Family Court is now in session. The Honorable Graham T. Lubbock presiding. Those of you who have business in front of this court, stand and be recognized.
You hear that, JR?
Yeah.
JR, come out of the closet.
Never!
Don't worry. Marie's out here to protect you, as usual.
I don't want it to protect me anyway!
Honey, you have a bag on your head.
I ain't saying nothing!
JR, on second thought, go back into the closet.
Wise move, Your Honor.
Coach's court was a cute idea in New York when the kids were little, but now don't you think we should treat them with a minimum of respect?
That's what I'm doing.
Just let me ask a couple questions before you get too into this courtroom stuff.
All right, well, I got no problem with that. 5-minute recess.
Good. Marie, honey, now, it's just not like you to be violent.
I'm just not myself today. The carnal beast has been awakened.
Now, honey, don't you think that's a little bit of an overstatement?
I wish it were, but today I discovered the mystical connection between sex and violence.
Recess is over!
It's gonna get a brewski.
You are out of order.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this. Now, who knows what JR is hiding?
I do.
Take the stand.
Okay. It all started in the chapel this morning. During confession, when Daddy brought his boxing team in.
All right, listen up, you yahoos. Now, we got a big match tomorrow, and it's important that you get right with the big fella so you can pummel your opponents with a clear conscience.
Oh, ain't you going to confession?
I'm married. I answer to a higher power.
So, what you gonna say? I don't know, the usual. I lied 6 times, I was slothful twice, and disrespectful to my parents 3 times. Oh, and I stole a car. Whoa. Whoops. I just had an impure thought. Darn, there goes another one. I always wondered, is an impure thought about the whole girl or each individual part? Hi. Oh, God, what a tease. She wants me.
Is that supposed to be a dirty remark?
There's nothing dirty about sex, shrimp.
That's my sister.
So?
You don't frighten me, you disgusting pieces of filth.
Get him.
Hey, yes, you're in big trouble now. Well, we need a
I suppose I should do something.
How are you? Should be up to school at noon in the gym without your friend. Chicken, pick up.
JR?
I always try to be mindful of stopping not in the middle of a scene at a scene break. So I think I might have messed up the break there, and I apologize for that. But I want to comment on JR being in the closet, which again, show 1988. Can you imagine the jokes we would have had about JR being in the closet if this show was around today? That's one thing I find kind of interesting. I also noticed, and this is really nitpicky. It's not nitpicky, it's just something that I noticed. It's a very small detail. When Connie flopped down on the couch, like kind of laying beside Wendy, who was still sitting up, Wendy like was kind of playing with Connie's pigtails, which was just a very affectionate, sisterly thing to do. Honestly, Wendy and Connie at this point didn't really seem that close. They seemed to have more of a, not really adversarial, but not affectionate relationship like Wendy and Cindy had, or Marie and Connie had. So I'm almost wondering if what we saw there was more Brooke and Joanne than anything else. But it was something that I did happen to catch this time. I loved Elizabeth being against the court, thinking it was too childish, until Marie, who we know, she's a freak. She has her own freak flag, brought up the mystical connection between violence and sex. And then Elizabeth was like, okay, we're doing this. Court is back in session. It's always a fun time.
Wait a minute. Tell him I swore my revenge. Tell him I almost tore this guy's head off.
JR, honey, we do not recognize people in closets.
Gee, it sure sounds like him.
You know, maybe if we play our cards right, we've solved this JR problem.
Wendy, do you have something to contribute?
No, I don't.
You could talk about how you heard about the fight.
But I didn't hear anything.
Sure you did. When you undressed that boy in the hallway at school.
Maybe I better explain.
Oh, that would be nice.
Well, I was in the hallway doing my usual, trying to be the best daughter in the whole wide world. Remember, honor thy father and thy mother. That's what works for me. Enough said.
Wendy, I need some spiritual guidance.
Again?
Hold it. I'd like to point out that the penalty for perjury in this case would be living the lie.
The answer to number 15 was honor thy father and thy mother.
What would a question like that be doing on a religion test? Ooh, I love your jacket. Could I borrow it?
It's yours. Do you like the shirts?
Wendy, you cannot take this guy's clothes.
Well, I didn't ask him for them. I just...
Here. Do you like the pants?
Ooh, well... Oh, no, of course I don't.
I've got a secret. I've got a secret.
Oh, grow up.
Grow boobs.
Sure you want to tell us your secret?
I'll tell you, but not Wendy.
Good, the last thing I want to listen to is something an 8-year-old would find interesting.
JR's going to get in a fight because some boy said dirty things about you.
You're kidding. I could care less.
That is so sweet. If JR's going to defend my honor?
Assuming it's under assault. I wonder why he doesn't get in fights defending my honor.
Because JR doesn't fight lost causes. Sherry, when is this fight going to be?
Noon, the boys' gym.
Oh, I've got to stop this. Wait, how can I get into the boys' gym without passing Dad's office?
Oh, well, there's a shortcut through the shower room.
Hold it. Wendy, what do you know about the boys' shower room?
Graham, isn't that off the subject? Yeah, that's right, Mom. Thank goodness someone here has a clear head.
All right, well, we'll talk about that later. Now I want to know what this fight has to do with the broken railing.
And why JR is in the closet.
And when do we get into the sex part? Okay, I said it. But don't you all feel that way?
No, we don't.
Connie, you're the one who says last one to the boys' shower is a slow learner.
What is it with you girls? You act like all you care about is sex. No.
Connie, take the stand.
Well, first I want to say, what's wrong with seeing a wall of naked male flesh when you're trying to save your dear, sweet brother's life?
I gotta get in there. So open the door. But there are naked men in there. So open the door now.
You guys are such babies.
Oh, what is she doing?
went to the gym to stop the fight.
Okay, listen up. I got something to say here. Now, the Padres are concerned that some of you might be confused about the apparent conflict between God's commandment to love thy neighbor and my commandment to beat the stuffing out of thy neighbor at Saturday's match. Anyone confused? Take 100 laps, wimp. Anyone else confused? Good. Well, I'm glad we had this little chat. Okay. Hit the weight room. Nice combination there, Warren. No wonder you're the best.
And that's when we saw the guy JR was going to protect us from.
Warren the Killer Wormington? The tenderizer?
Sorry, I was drinking, didn't have my finger on the pause key in time. I love Sherry in these early episodes. Sherry was always good, but in the very beginning, especially, she was smart and sassy enough that she had a lot of good lines, and the grow boobs line that is a genuinely funny one.
JR, it's a good thing you're in that closet. Oh, Graham. Honey, he killed JR. He's my best boxer. He hasn't had a glove laid on him in 2 years.
To Marie. Look at him. He's a sweating, grunting animal.
Yeah. You might think he's desirable, but I think he's a brute, a threat to all I hold dear.
Yeah.
Hey, Wormington, ready to kiss your butt goodbye?
JR, we came to stop you. You guys help Marie. I'll handle the hunk.
Right.
JR, there's no excuse for violence, ever.
Just out of my way, Marie.
But JR, I'm doing this for your own good. Please, please, as one human being to another, I appeal to you on behalf of my little teeny tiny brother.
Hey!
I beg you, sir, have a little compassion. He thought he was defending his beloved sister's honor. I mean, you would have done the same thing for your sister, for your mother, or for your dear, sweet grandmama.
You got a nice rack on you.
What have you done?
Did you notice that Connie straight up kissed him on the lips as soon as he got knocked out? They were attending to him, and she kissed him. I don't know that I have anything to say about that.
You decked my best boxer?
I didn't mean to knock him out. Yeah, what is a rack, anyway?
It's a device used by parents in the Middle Ages that's about to make a comeback. Now, where were we?
Marie just cold cocked a guy. I learned it from Mom.
Did I use the term incorrectly?
No.
All right. Now, Marie, is what Connie said true? Did you really knock this guy out?
Who knew one punch would release the twisted demon in my soul?
Are you sure he was completely out?
Graham, that is not the point.
Well, maybe not for you, but I got a match on Saturday.
I thought we were finding out how the railing got broken.
What railing? Oh, yeah. Who else wants to testify?
Hi.
Yeah, well, this was going too fast anyway. Go ahead.
Well, I was coming home from school. I really appreciate you buying me this sweater, Kevin.
Gavin, don't worry about it. Check the pocket.
I'm sure it's really, really, really expensive.
I'm rich. Check the pocket.
What's this?
2 tickets to Innsbruck for a ski weekend.
Really? Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to leave the country with a boy. But thanks for the expensive sweater.
Huh? Cindy.
Okay, a few things to say there. First of all, he is rich. He wasn't joking when he said it. And all it took for Cindy to be convinced to leave the country with the boy, which she does in season 3, along with her sisters, was Wendy to make the scheme happen. A lot of, I don't think it was foreshadowing. I don't think they had planned for that to happen. And I'm even wondering, was that seed of him saying, I'm rich, was that planted ahead of time? Like, was he planned to be rich all along? I thought it was more a case of he just spent all of his money on Cindy. But then again, he did have tickets for a ski weekend, so clearly, I guess Gavin was rich all along. Dusler.
Yes?
Does this have anything to do with the boxer, the railing, Marie, her rack?
I guess not. I just wanted to contribute.
Well, don't do it again. Hey!
I was getting bored. I wanted to see what was on Dallas.
Turn that off.
Oh, wait, I have more.
Oh.
All right, but this is the last flashback you get.
Bye, Gavin. Oops, I mean, Kevin. JR?
Leave me alone.
Okay. That's it.
You mean JR has been in that closet since this afternoon?
Yeah. Dad saw him in there when he was leaving to go to the market.
Well, honey, he does weird stuff like that all the time. It's not like he was doing his homework or anything. JR, are you okay in there, son?
I'm sitting in a closet with my head in a paper bag. What do you think?
Honey, please come out. I think all that time alone is getting to you.
You know, the last time I came out, Marie humiliated me again. Right on the front porch.
Graham, I'm worried about him.
I'll leave him alone. Now, Elizabeth, the kid was stuffed in the poor box and then had his sister beat up the guy who did it. We should be glad he doesn't pack up his bags and move to San Francisco.
How can you make this a question of whether he likes girls or not?
I don't like girls.
You will when the time comes, mister, or else.
Come on, honey. Oh.
And take that stinking bag off your head. Now, you were involved in that fight on the front porch? Tell us what happened when you came out of the closet.
Well, sitting in there, a lot of things became clear. I mean, sure, Marie made me look like a total wiener, but she taught me something, too.
Right, that violence just begets more violence.
No, that Warren has a glass jaw. So that's when I knew I could take him. But what I didn't know is while I was preparing for a rematch, Marie was laying down with the enemy.
Maybe I better just take the stand. You see, in a way, JR and I were both in closets. His physical, my metaphysical. I'm not lying. I slugged him and he was out cold.
Our best boxer?
Not anymore.
This was a real lucky punch, wasn't it?
I don't know. I've never hit anybody before.
And he was out cold?
Like a mackerel. Now you can see why I need to do penance.
Penance? Nothing. You get out there, find that canvasback bum, and make sure he's all right.
You're right, Father. My concern should have been for Warren. After all, he was the one who was truly hurt.
Wrong. I was the one who was truly hurt. I have a lot of alumni with deep pockets coming Saturday, and they expect to see their boxers on their feet and conscious. Well, get off your knees and get going. And if he's still out, for God's sake, don't slap him.
So I followed Father Hargis' direction and rushed pell-mell to the boys' gym. Warren, tell me, how have I offended you?
Let me count the ways.
There is violence within me, and I am sore ashamed.
You're right, you're right.
Whoa, hang on a minute. That's not how it happened at all.
How do you know?
How do I know? I couldn't know, could I? Sorry I interrupted.
No. Back on the stand, young lady.
Fine, I'll tell you what I know, but I have nothing to be ashamed of, unlike Marie. While everyone else was worried about themselves, I was worried about Warren.
Well, if it ain't Sister Sucker Punch.
I wanted to talk to you about that. I was hoping there wouldn't be any hard feelings.
Hard feelings? No, there are no hard feelings. So a girl decks me. I feel great about it.
Good. Please stop. All these good feelings are kind of getting to me.
Look, you made your gesture. Why don't you take off?
I have to make sure you're over the embarrassment.
Oh, I am.
And the humiliation.
Let's go on.
And the complete scorn of your peers.
Stop! You're making me feel worse. Yeah, none of that stuff ever even occurred to me.
Then why do you have that look on your face? And look at you, you're all nervous and jumpy. Why is your chest bulging like that?
It's not because I like you, if that's what you're thinking. I mean, a guy would have to be kind of sick to like a girl who hits him. Wouldn't he?
Definitely. And no girl would want a guy like that to like her. Would she?
Well, none I've ever met.
Well, if you're okay, then I guess I can go.
See ya. Hey, you know, there are a lot of dangerous people around St. Augie's.
It's all those suppressed desires.
Right.
You know, I'd feel a lot safer if someone were to walk me home.
Why don't you give me a minute? I'll change.
No! I mean, I don't mind the sweat if you don't.
Whoa.
Imagine my surprise to find out that Marie likes a little salt with her beefcake. I'll come for you, Wendy. So I did what any sister would do. I followed them home.
And after a few years in the ring, with a little bit of luck and no serious brain damage, I could spend the rest of my life as a greeter at a Las Vegas casino.
Oh, sounds lovely.
Well, I got you home safe.
We still have 2 feet to go.
Well,
how about some lemonade?
I'll go buy it.
No, I mean, I can get it inside. Wait here.
That's good, too.
It's you.
Hey, the poor box kid. You gotta go?
No, I was just coming to find you.
Oh, yeah, we'll make it fast. I think I'm getting somewhere with your sister.
That's over the line.
Okay, you push me again, kid, and I'll slap you silly.
Chicken.
Don't call me that.
Glass jaw.
I'm warning you, kid.
Oh, yeah, and then Marie won't be here to hit you.
Oh, well, who said I liked her? That's a lie.
If you need me, I'll be in the closet.
Warren, are you okay?
I think I'm in love.
And that's how the railing got broken.
Oh.
And I fixed it so no one would know. And I would have been in Fat City if you
Hey, don't you say Fat City when you're talking to your father.
Thank you, Elizabeth. All right, now let me get this straight. JR got in 2 fights with my best boxer and didn't get hurt. Then Marie decked him twice, and he's on the verge of proposing to her?
Wait a minute. If this guy Warren likes to be slapped around by women, what's that make him? Well, it makes him a weirdo. And it doesn't matter if your sister beats up a weirdo. I'm back, and I'm bad.
All right, clear the courtroom while the jury, your mother and I discuss punishment.
Graham, I really don't think it's that bad.
Bad. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
And all we wanted to do was find out how the railing got broken.
Yeah.
And then why JR was in the closet. Yeah. And then we find out that your best boxer is a masochistic whip.
That was the only serious part.
Oh, so what do you think we should do? I mean, I really don't disagree with what they did. I mean, it was sure nice of JR to protect Marie, and it was nice of Marie to protect JR. Oh, but JR in the closet.
As pleasant as it was.
It proved to be trouble down the road.
And then Marie's gonna get the idea all guys like to be slapped around.
Oh, which would be tragically wrong.
Why can't we just wrap up our lives as easily as they do on TV? J.R. Lubbock was found guilty of having a predisposition to violence. His monster makeup was confiscated, and he was sentenced to 18 hours of listening to his mother's Debbie Boone's Greatest Hits collection. Marie Lubbock was found guilty of negligent behavior and handling of a disturbed personality, and was ordered to spend more time with J.R. Additionally, she was sent to church to ask forgiveness for her sins. Father Hargis sent her back. Warren Wormington lost every match that season, but he had a great time doing it.
All right, the last line that Warren lost every match that season, but he had a great time doing it. That is funny. That is a genuinely clever, a little bit messed up, especially when you couple that with the realization, as as Elizabeth pointed out, that Graham's best boxer was, in her words, a masochistic wimp. I have made it very clear that my end game is Marie and Dusler. That's what I want to see happen. But I would not have minded also seeing her potentially end up with Warren. There was just, Marie's a little bit freaky, and I can see that being the freaky relationship that she might need to be, a happy, content person. Oh, this show. I love it. I miss it. I enjoy reliving it on this channel, and I hope you have as well. Thank you so much for watching. We're not done. Taking a little break. I'll be back in October with more of you reacting with me. But for now, I'll see you in October, I suppose.